One name stands tall and crystal clear. I'm talking Belacqua. From the gym to office desk, from concerts to campaigns, Belacqua has kept Ghana going strong with pure, clean, and trusted water. And this afternoon, I've got some amazing reps. In fact, we've met in my former life and we're here again. And he's representing Belacqua. Not to say that I've lived before. I mean, yeah, where I used to be. And he's right here with me in the studio with another fine gentleman that looks just like myself. And we're going to dive into what makes the brand flow and also talk about mental health. We will ask questions about the story behind the bottle and continue talking about our mental health as men. Because every time when it comes to men, it's as if we don't have problems. And which is why this interview is very, very, it means so much to me. I want to find out a few things for myself, and I'm sure you guys want to know some things as well, ladies and gentlemen. To help me do that, and I have Mr. Christopher. Mr. Christopher is actually the head of marketing. Yes, he's actually head of marketing at Belacqua. He's Christopher Adosa Kodie. Wow. Are you related?
No.
He's actually marketing manager at Belacqua. And also I have Dr. Seth Mauko, who's a clinical psychologist at Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Good afternoon, gentlemen, and welcome.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having us.
Yes. I am half a can, so I would say but let's bring this into the studio. Guys, quickly, what inspired, let me start with Belacqua. What inspired Belacqua to focus on mental health this year?
Okay, so thank you very much for having us.
You're welcome.
So for we at Belacqua, it's not just an event for us. We started with our Take a Break campaign some 3 years ago. We have been doing lots of CSR initiatives, helping Ghanaians and other things. And management thought it smart that we needed to focus. And among all the needs of the society, we felt that, conversations about mental health is something that doesn't really come through in this country, even though it's such a big deal. And we can't be there to say, okay, we are producing quality water, we are producing the best of hydration, and then the soul and the emotional being of our consumers are not catered for.
That's true.
So then we birthed the idea of rolling out our Take a Break campaign, and then also initiating that for every 10th of October, which happens to be the Mental Health Day, we're actually going to create that platform for our consumers, for Ghanaians in general, to have the opportunity to meet the psychologists, the psychiatrists, the experts who can guide us as to how to maintain our mental sanity, whilst we are also bringing in some artists, musicians to also liven up the whole place. And that's when the ideas all came about, and we've been doing it for the past 3 years.
So is that what Healing Together is about?
Exactly, Healing Together. I mean, we all have our issues. It could be,
but why a vigil though?
A vigil because it creates that opportunity of coming together for a cause, you understand? And mental health discussions, I mean, the experts will go there, but mental health discussion is something that's quite personal, quite deep. And so if you want, especially men who in this continent, we don't have the opportunity because of cultural barriers and traditional issues, we are not able to come out, freely and all that. So the video gives you the chance where, environments where it's all of us, we are all there accepting that we want that healing, we want that conversation. And this year, the theme for our conversation is about how to handle yourself in the times of tragedy.
Okay.
And this is something that resonates with everybody.
I agree.
And that's why we actually coined it the Healing Together Vigil. And then we also decided that every 10th of October, which happens to be the Mental Health Day, we will activate this with the help of our experts.
Wow. Speaking of experts, we have Doc here. And Doc, you need to help me personally. Because it's true, because Chris mentioned something and it just triggered something in me. I realized that I'm unable to feel pain. Mm-hmm. And so I believe I'm sick. Because I don't think it's normal. I don't think it's normal. I mean, when it's so bad that when somebody dies, no matter how close they are to me, in fact, I'm quick to want to brush it off. And when they are far from me, that one I don't want to hear cry. I mean, what's the point? Why are you crying? Yeah. But I realized it maybe it's something, there's something wrong with me. And I know there are many people out there like that. And sometimes when in Ghana, when you say mental health, we think, he used to be once a nice person, and then maybe he went out smoking or drinking, and now he's gone. They say we shouldn't use the word mad, but it's like he's not acting normal. Yeah. Maybe that's the only thing that has to do with mental health. How important is mental health, and why should we be aware?
To start, I say that mental health is not just important; it is the thing.
Wow.
It is the thing. Whatever we do is embedded within our mental health in one way or another.
Wow.
Most of the time, mental health is synonymous to the brain. And if the brain is the center of like active thought and consciousness, it means anytime something goes wrong there, it shows both physically and then emotionally. Now, the interesting thing is, in as much as the brain is so important, many of us seem to focus a lot more on our physical health than our mental health. And I'll give you an interesting statistic. So last year, we conducted a little research, and we noticed that 70% of people who went to the general practitioner because they were having a physical related challenge was actually as a result of an emotional challenge, which is mental health. So today I want to bring out an expose. A lot of the times when people have physical health concerns and they go to the doctor and then they do every single test and nothing happens, they believe it's spiritual. But I want you to understand that your brain can make you physically sick.
Wow.
Yes, your brain can make you physically sick. So
what?
That's one of the reasons why mental health is such an important thing for us to discuss. Now, largely, mental health is shrouded in a lot of mystery and myth and misconception. So when people hear mental health, all they hear is madness, or that person on the street who is unkempt. But today I want to expand it further.
Please do.
Mental health has to do with our emotions. So if I ask you, how are you feeling? Are you a sad person? Are you someone who's always angry? Are you an extremely shy person? Are you an extremely fearful person? That's also mental health related. How we deal with the hustles of life, which is the stresses, is also part of mental health. The decisions we make regarding healthy lifestyle. So for instance, it's a male thing to say, this whole year I've only slept 3 hours. And you're excited.
That's true.
It's a lifestyle choice.
I will cut this part of the interview for somebody. For somebody.
So that same lifestyle choice is why someone says, Charlie, this weekend we drink and I soak 12 bottles.
Gosh.
It's a lifestyle choice. And all of these are impacting both your physical and mental health. So mental health is much broader than just madness. And that's why it's important for us to talk about it, to open up and to destigmatize the field, so that it's not only about the mad person, neither is it only about spirits causing the illness, but the fact that your own decisions, your thoughts, and your lifestyle can implicate your mental health. That's why this is important.
Wow. I'm totally blown away. And I'm thinking through my lifestyle, my choices, because I don't sleep. Yes.
Vampire 1.0.
Yeah. and now it's now I am thinking, could that be the reason why I always feel tired? Physically.
Absolutely.
I'm always tired.
Absolutely. In fact, it's only during sleep that the body restores itself from the day. So what many people don't recognize is every day your body and your brain take a bashing from our exposure to the environment. Now, the time we restore is when we go to bed. And I'll give you a very simple, take the skin. They say beauty sleep, and it's literal as well, because when you're not sleeping, it shows on your skin. Your skin takes a hit from the ultraviolet rays.
You're kidding.
And when you're sleeping in darkness, the skin repairs itself. Your brain releases a lot of toxins from its exposure to the world. And when you go to bed, it's the only time the brain gets cleaned. So if you aren't sleeping, your memory is always going to be off. Your emotions are going to be in some way small and you vex.
So, Doc, what time do you think we should sleep? I mean, I'll come back to Chris, but what time do you think we should sleep?
Okay. The time is not as important as the duration of sleep. And we normally recommend 7 to 9 hours of sleep. And then there's something we call non-REM deep sleep, which you get 6 hours of is great. Now, the reason is that whenever you go to bed, you go through a number of cycles. It takes approximately 90 minutes to cycle through one. And within that cycle, the body releases a number of really good things for memory and, boosting the immune system, etc., etc. Now, the science tells us that you need about 5 doses of that. And so when you say 90 minutes, that's 1 hour, 30 minutes. So you need at least 7.5 hours for the body to get its true dose. And I always make this analogy where I say, if you have, so people would say, but how about I break my sleep patterns?
Yes.
Or can I front load sleep? I'll sleep over the weekend. Yes. And I tell them, think of it this way. You own a fuel station, but you have a car that takes 90 liters. At one point, you can only take 90 liters. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. So there's nothing like I'm loading against what happened.
So Doc, are you saying that I can't sleep maybe 4 hours, maybe in the afternoon, and then do my 5 hours at night?
It's definitely better than not sleeping at all. But when it comes to the optimum or the best sleeping pattern is done at once. So your day basically is categorized into 3.
Wow. Chris, let me come to you. And Doc has said something very important. And he's saying so many interesting things that I'm even thinking of having him come back. But Chris, are we going to experience some of these conversations at the vigil?
100%. 100%. I mean, it's about sharing life experiences.
Wow.
And they also making it quite practical, and we are not just bringing experts, but we are bringing the best. You can see how he's explaining, and it's making it more relatable without any science jargons and all of those things. You know what I mean? So, and even to your point, Trig, you can clearly tell that from the little that he's giving you, obviously you want to hear more. You want to know more. And that's why we are entreating everybody to join us on Friday. Aside the music, the dance, the skits and everything, we are creating a whole 2-hour session, and interestingly, we actually have Shatamichi, who has also volunteered to share her own, experience as far as mental health related challenges are concerned. So we have people coming to share their stories, and then the experts will definitely guide us as to how to go about it.
And this is happening on Friday, you said.
On Friday.
What time does the vigil start?
It starts at 6 p.m.
At 6 p.m.?
Yes, after work.
Okay.
Right after work, just drive to Alliance Francaise. It's free.
Okay, it's free.
It's free. It's free. In terms of your excitement, I mean, for the experts, we have Doc here. You guys have heard him. We also are expecting other people to also join.
Okay.
And for performances, we have your own people. We have Ifia on it. We have Kelvin Boy. We have Kwampa band also on it. We have Jeffrey Norte, the skits.
Are they going to perform at Alliance?
Yes, at Alliance.
Okay.
So there'll be a bit of music, engagement about mental health discussions, skit performance, just to release the stress and make them feel free to engage. And then afterwards, there's going to be another session of 1 hour 30 minutes where the experts will just be around, where you can just go to them and ask your private questions. Because it's not everybody who would love to share their challenges through the microphone.
I agree.
But we're definitely going to have general conversations through the microphone.
I agree. And we're pressed with time, so we're going to have to wrap this up. Thank you so much. But Doc, I'm sure you want to say something before we leave. Anything for the listeners, the audience?
But before Doc will come in, Drake, for you didn't finish the questions that you were asking him.
I have so many questions.
Why didn't you come on Friday?
Yes.
Simple.
Are you coming?
Yes, that would have come in my final remark.
Okay.
That I will be there on Friday.
Great.
In fact, 5:30 I will be there because
Great.
I want to have a private conversation with Doc. And I entreat each one of you, especially the guys.
Yep.
We're in an era where guys are not taking their mental health seriously.
Yeah.
And please, husbands especially, try and come. You will meet other husbands who are feeling the same way you are feeling.
The hustle is real.
The hustle is real. So thank you, and see you on Friday.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mauko and Chris. I'm sure I'll meet you again on Friday. And
Definitely,
Chris,
Trig.
you owe us bottles of water.
Yes.
Big shouts going out to you guys, and thank you for joining us today and for keeping Ghana refreshed, Chris
Awesome.
and Belakwa. It's always inspiring to see homegrown brands setting the standard for quality and for care. Remember that whatever you do, stay hydrated and stay grateful and keep your vibe pure, just like Belakwa. Once again, I'm Trigmatic, and this has been the midweek dose of good energy, great music, solid conversation here on 3FM 92.7, your urban lifestyle radio.